Morning, everybody. Yeah, good morning to me. This is day 46, and this is 5 minutes out the gate. I'll be walking down this, I can't call it a trail, but it is the trail. So, but it's also water source. All right, let's get going. Hopefully I'll get a chance to talk to y'all later. All right, so this little section here just took me 20 minutes to get down this. Every step you had to be holding on to something with your hands. Yeah, this is not hiking, folks. This is mountain climbing without a rope. And it's some sketchy, scary shit. Yeah. And it just, it adds to it when you got a creek coming down the trail. Crazy, man. This is just crazy. And yeah, now I got my next section to go. So yeah, these trekking poles, they're useless here. Absolutely useless. I have to throw them down and then hope they don't break. All right, yeah. Be back in a bit. All right. Down that section. How long is it gonna be before I hit the next severe section? This is and I don't want people to think I'm bitching about the terrain, because the terrain is what it is. You can't do anything about the terrain. It's straight up and straight down on some of these ups and downs. It's crazy. But I'm just pointing out the fact that what we're doing in these sections is not hiking. It is mountain climbing. And if you're planning on coming out here, you need to understand that this is not a trail. Parts of it are, but in the whites, the vast majority of it is not. It's not a trail. It's mountain climbing up, mountain climbing down. And it's brutal. My knees from yesterday are just screaming in pain right now. They hurt. And that's both my good knee and my bad knee. So these downhills, not this downhill, this is an easy downhill. And watch, I'll fall. But these downhills that are straight down these rock faces, or these boulder scrambles, to some degree they're a little bit of fun, but honestly, when you're in this kind of pain, they're not fun. But it is what it is, man. You got to go through it to get to the other side. It's just the way it is. All right, let me just go up nice and easy, one step at a time. My plan today, originally, I looked at doing a 14-mile day. And then I thought back to the last few days, how I've been totally exhausted after 7, 8, 9, 10 miles. And I changed that this morning. I woke up about 3 o'clock in the morning, couldn't go back to sleep. Decided to look at my plan for the day. And I decided not only was 14.7 unrealistic, it was dangerous. So I'm not going to do 14.7. I'm going to do 6.8, 6.7, something like that, which will line me up to do 2 10-mile days to get into the hut that I want to stay in just before Mount Washington. And so 6 point whatever miles today, and then a 10 and a 10 that'll get me to Mount Washington. And so 4 days from now, weather permitting, you guys are going to get to see some really cool stuff at Mount Washington. All right, yeah, this is definitely too steep. Got to have trekking poles. Be back in a little while. About 2.3 miles into the day. Yeah. It's just beautiful, man. It's just beautiful. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. All right. So, 3 miles into the trail today. Stopped at the, this is one of the AMC huts. It's pretty cool on the inside. They've got a number of bunk rooms in there. And this is the view from here. That's pretty spectacular, folks. Pretty spectacular. All right, I've got a 0.8 of a mile huge climb coming in front of me. It's probably gonna take me 2 hours to do that, so I'll talk to y'all a little bit. Level. Not level. It's not horribly steep. It's about as steep as your stairs at home. It's just that it goes on for almost a mile. It's gonna take me a couple, 3 hours to get up. Once I get up there, it should be fairly level running for a while. We'll see. I've said that before and it didn't work out that way, so let's see what's gonna happen. I'm 3.7 miles into the day. I'm just about to the top of this mountain. And for the life of me, I can't remember what mountain it is. I'll let you know as soon as I remember. I think y'all gonna like the views when we get up here. It's not far. I see people up here, so these are all day hikers, so I'm not too worried about getting them on video. It's not a big deal. Almost. Look at that. That's where I was yesterday. It's just beautiful. Wow. I think I'm gonna stop here, take a short snack break, and enjoy this view for a few minutes. So I've got a couple miles before I hit the shelter I'm planning on staying at. And we'll see. There's a slight possibility if this trail is a little bit easier for me to continue on. I doubt it though, because it's already almost noon. And I've only come 4 miles. So I'm pretty sure I'll be stopping at this next shelter. I got to be careful because I got a bunch of day hikers behind me and I don't want to hold them up And I am not going to be able to film going down this. Look at this, folks. That is just so beyond beautiful. That's crazy, crazy. Wow. Anyways, this is a holy crap. I'm gonna jinx myself here. Look, that's barely going up. Damn it, I gotta quit stubbing my toes. Gotta pick up my feet. This is barely any uphill at all. I'm definitely cruising on this stuff. I gotta get to the shelter I'm staying at tonight and sit down and really, now's the time I wish I had my navigator with me. I just don't know, by looking at far out, whether or not I can do a 10-mile day out here. I've done a few of them already, but a couple of them I slack packed, including Moose Lock and the mountain before that. A couple of them I have not slack packed. And doing 10 plus mile days, 10, 11 mile days, not just 10 plus, 10 or 11, nothing bigger than that. It's absolutely killed me. I had absolutely nothing left when I got to the stopping point on each of those days. So, doing a 10-mile run out here is big for somebody like me. These young kids can probably do it and breeze right through it. I cannot. That's just the reality of the situation. I'm getting to the point where I'm an old man. And even though I'm in very, very good physical condition, it takes more than that to be able to run these mountains and do anything over probably 10, 12 miles. Now, if the trails were like this, I could easily do 12 to 15 mile days. But you guys have seen they're not like this. This is what we dream of when we're doing those big ups and big downs. The only thing I don't like about these is that because of the way the rocks are, just like in Pennsylvania last year, they beat my shoes to crap. And I've got to be careful. See, I also have to come up with a plan on when I'm going to have either Deb or her friend Kathleen, because Deb's getting ready to go on a 3-week vacation to Europe while I'm out here. But she has my third and final pair of shoes for out here. So I've got to figure out where I'm going to have them mail them to me. I can't mail them too early because that means I'll have to carry them until these shoes wear out. And I can't have them mailed too late because then, like on a car, I'd be running on Maypops for a period of time. I don't want to do that. I think once I get through the Whites, there's still some tricky mountains in Maine. I believe the Whites run all the way up to the edge of Maine. I'm not 100% sure. Navigator can tell me. Yeah, one thing that I want to talk about. Let me get down this little section. I have got a few people that are really, really giving me tremendous support out here. Obviously, the biggest person is Deb. That girl, she'd do anything for me. And boy, do I appreciate it. Don't always show it. It's kind of my MO. But I know, just from the things she's done, how much she supports me. It's not just words. However, go ahead.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Like, whoa, careful. Yeah, these young guys, they look like me coming down the mountain in Irwin, Tennessee last year. The difference is I was running with a 30-pound pack. You remember that, right, Ninja? That was a dumbass. But anyway, so the big supporters that I have out here, obviously Deb, my tramily from last year, Navigator and Ninja. You know, they're every video they're offering me words of support and encouragement, and I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that so much. You two will be, as far as I'm concerned, my family for the rest of my life. And I cannot forget my on-trail supporter, whose actions are way louder than her words, Jen and Chris. I say her, but it's a pair, Jen and Chris, in Front Royal, Virginia. Two people that I spent barely 3 days with, and they've become, again, like family to me. And I can't wait to see them again. Front Royal will definitely be a stopping place for me when I finish this trail and head back home. And anytime I ever run through that area, I will be stopping to see them. Just when I took my zero a couple days ago, I remember sitting out on a picnic table at the hotel with Deb, talking about, of all things, my feelings, and how tremendously emotional it is for me to have these people, including her, obviously, in my life, and giving me this kind of support, even though they hardly know me at all. There's so many things they don't know about me, and all they've chosen to see out here is the good in me, and the unconditional support that they give me. Thinking about it and talking about it then, I was in tears. Those people are honestly, they're what keep me going out here. I'm so afraid of disappointing them for a second time. And I'm just not going to allow that to happen. The kind of love and support I've gotten from these people is, shoot. That was almost a rolled ankle. Yeah, every rock that you step on, man, you don't know if it's solid or if it's loose. But anyways, the amount of emotional support, and not just emotional, I mean material support. Lord, I found out from Ninja that he gave me trail magic that he didn't even take credit for last year. Little sucker. Well, big sucker. You know, Navigator and her family, oh my God. Allowing me to stay at her dad's house, and I don't even know how many times they've paid for dinner, supper, breakfast, whatever. And I almost have to force them to let me pay for anything. But it's touching to me, because in 28 years living where I live, I've never, ever, ever received that kind of support from anybody, from nobody. I've given it my time, my money, my energy. Friend calls me, needs help, I'm there. And it just, I mean, it just never worked out that way. So, you know, for me to get that kind of support from people who were strangers just a year ago, it's incredible. It's incredible. It shows you the character of these people. Anyways, so for my friends, Deb, who is obviously much more than a friend, Navigator, Cole, their husband and father, Randy, Ninja. Oh my God, Ninja. There's not a better guy in this world that you ever meet if you meet him. Jen and Chris, I mean, come on, man. They didn't know me from Adam and sent me a request on email while I was hiking last year to let me know that I had a place to stay when I got to Front Royal and that they would take care of me, and they did. And not only me, they did the same thing for Ninja when he went through there. That's a long video clip I just did, but you know what? It's worth it. So I'm going to get off of here and see how far I got left to go, and I'll talk to y'all later. Just a couple of tents away from the shelter where I currently plan on staying. That's subject to change. Look at this. This is what I'm about to go over. This is just... That looks like a big climb over there. That shelter is supposed to be downhill like 2/10 of a mile. So I'm not exactly sure where it's going to be, but we'll find out here shortly. All right, I arrived at the shelter area where I'm going to stay. This is the view from the actual shelter. I'm not staying here. I'm going to stay on a tent flat platform. I've never put my tent up on a wooden platform before, so this will be new, and we'll see how it works out. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how to do this wooden platform thing, but we're going to figure it out. Let me zoom out a little bit. 2 times and then 5 times. Just everywhere you look, man, it's just absolutely beautiful. All right, I hear people coming, so I'm gonna put this down and talk to y'all later. This is the view from the platform where I've set up my tent. And just to show you, up here everything is so rocky that you can't find anything level on the ground. So they build these wooden platforms, and it's different. Use your tent stakes to run through those eye bolts, and it's not a perfect setup, but it works. So this is my tent set up for the day. There's a shelter right over here. There's, I don't know, I think there's about 9 or 10 of these platforms around this area. But that's my view. And for good or bad, I misread what was in Far Out. I'm not sure how to describe it. I thought that this shelter was 2/10 of a mile off the AT. It is not. Is actually 7/10 of a mile off the AT, closer to 8/10. And I screwed up. It said in the description of the shelter that it's 2/10 of a mile off the some other trail. But I've never seen anything like that on Far Out before, and it threw me off. So my mistake. I'll watch more carefully in the future. I need my navigator, but it is what it is. So tomorrow, I've got to figure out what I'm going to do tomorrow. This mistake adds almost an extra mile onto my hike, so I've got to take a look at it. And you know, I'm not opposed to doing another short day. My body after the last few days was really hurting. My knees, they were both swollen. Today was not an easy day, but I took my sweet time, and I didn't overdo it. So I got to the shelter. I'm not exhausted. I had plenty of time to set up my tent. I chatted with the caretaker here. Name's Adam. Good guy. I helped him out with a couple of chores, and well, not a couple, one, and offered my services to help him if he needed anything else. He offered to provide me some additional snacks, which I don't need, so I turned that down. My problem is my food bag is too heavy, so I need to eat as much as I can out of it to lighten my load. Yeah, we'll see how things go. I really want to set up a stay at one of the huts. So I'm going to be taking a hard look at what's between here and there. I think it's about somewhere around 20 miles to the hut that I want to stay at. But I've got to have service to get a reservation. So I've got no service here. So Deb, I'm sorry, not going to be able to talk to you when you get off the plane today. And, you know, we'll go from there. But it is what it is. But man, how beautiful. Yeah, I could just sit here and look at this all day. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. All right. Shut this down for now.